Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm here for another Marks Supercar Club reveal. We're here at a home of a club member, and as you can see, this particular gentleman loves his cars. He's got quite a lot of toys. Let's just have a quick wander down here. So, Porsche 911 Turbo, got a GT4 Lusso. Obviously here we've got a 458 Speciale and a 911 GT3 Touring. So no rear spoiler, kind of a cult little feature that people absolutely love that. So this chap has also got a Mercedes AMG GTC, okay, GTC, and a whole load of other things, but we won't go into that now. So we've got a car here. What does someone with all of those cars get next? Any ideas? Well, this is what he's got next. What do we actually think that is? Anyway, let's have a chat with Peter. Thanks for allowing us down, Peter. Really appreciate it. So you've got a lot of toys, and you were looking for something a little bit different. What were you looking for in the next car? What was it?
Something a little less expensive to put on the track more than anything else.
Okay, so a track car. You're looking for something to track.
Something that the wife can drive as well, which sounds crazy, but she likes the small
Okay.
ones. But yeah, keep the expensive stuff off the track was the plan.
For understandable reasons.
Not that it was that cheap, but it's.
And it's worth. I mean, the classic track car is a Caterham, isn't it? And I understand, whilst this is not a Caterham, you actually have a Caterham on order as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, that'll be something we could feature some other time. But yeah, that's got to be one of the ultimate track cars. So okay, so if you've already got a Caterham, what's next on the for a track car? So anyway, I guess we should reveal the car, and then we can actually have a bit more of a chat about what it is and what spec you've gone for and how you plan to use it. So we'll do that. Okay, so here we are. Here's the car, and Pete's going to reveal his new track car. So here we go. Wow, look at this. Okay, so one of the most talked about cars on social media in the last 12 months, I reckon. So this is a Toyota Yaris GR?
That's right.
Okay, so tell us about the car then. So what powers it, first of all?
It's got a 3-cylinder 1.6 engine. It's putting out, I think on paper, 260 horsepower, but I've seen a number of dynos on YouTube showing 275. I just, there have been so few homologated cars that have been made over the years that I didn't think I could let it pass me by. It's, for the very short drive I've had in it, its grip is just off the scale.
Yeah, I mean, we all remember back to our hot hatch days, and our bigger cars, whilst they might be more powerful, you can't help but enjoy the smaller hot hatches.
Yeah.
When you get a chance to drive them. They are completely different, aren't they?
They are, and I can remember always saying when I got an Audi TT years and years ago, one of my sort of first quicker cars, and it had 225 brake horsepower. I can always remember thinking, you don't need anything more than 225 because it went well enough.
Yeah.
So to have something this size, four-wheel drive, twin slip trick diffs, it's
and light as well.
It's so light.
Okay, so Pete, we were saying this car was designed by Toyota to enter a rally competition, right?
Oh yeah, ultimately it was going to be their WRC machine. And
Okay, and they had to, presumably the rules are they have to make a production car in the same specification, is that right?
They have to move across. They had to produce for homologation to take a rally car up onto the road car.
Yep.
They had to produce 25,000 units, and I think the UK got 4,000 of them. And then the car isn't actually going to be used in rally stages now, because my understanding is that due to it being ready to go and COVID coming along, it didn't get to compete. And the changes in WRC rules mean that this car won't qualify in some way or another, but I'm sure some of the club members might be able to correct me on that. But
Yeah, okay. What a shame that it isn't going to rally, but as I say, it's a rare car. It's got to be the ultimate hot hatch, hasn't it?
yeah, of the moment, I'd say, until the Black Series or the Point 1 gets announced by Toyota.
Okay, and is that something that Toyota do? Is it that?
No, but other big car manufacturers tend to do it. It's like Mercedes, isn't it? You think you've got the latest Mercedes, and then the Black Series,
Black Edition comes out suddenly,
or the Pro, or something. Like
yes, that. Yeah. I guess they all do that to try and encourage you to get the next one, don't they? But
yeah.
Okay, so from a technical point of view, then, so you were saying it's got some quite fancy suspension and weight distribution features.
Yeah, you can tweak. I believe you can tweak the suspension. The main feature being the twin trick diffs, because you and your ability just to control the power in it. You can set it up to be 50-50 weight. You can set it to be 70-30 or 60-40.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, but like when I went and did the test drive for it, I took the young lad out and I told him that I was going to try and I'd heard
use
it was
properly.
grippy.
Yeah.
So we turned everything off, put it in all the rear power settings, and I couldn't get it to let go on roundabout. So
is that right? So you really tried, did you?
I tried, yeah. It just goes around corners really quickly, fast, and you come out of them faster than you expected.
Okay, yeah. I guess it's a very light car, isn't it? With a fair amount of power and just a chassis setup that is been tweaked for handling. So yeah, it's kind of like the ultimate hot hatch, as we said.
Yeah. If this is where Toyota are going, and this is their move in the future to try and produce things like this, I think they're going to steal some market share.
Yes. Do any of the other Japanese brands do anything similar?
I can't think of any off the top of my head. Oh, I think your direct comparison, well, can you call it a direct comparison, would be the Civic Type R.
Okay.
The new Civic Type R is probably on it. But it's
yes, you're right. Okay. It's 4-door, is it?
The Civic Type R is, yeah.
They don't do a coupe?
I don't believe so. You can expect to not have that big whale tail on the back of them.
They are crazy, aren't they? Again, a bit of a throwback to the old sort of the original Sierra Cosworth wing. Amazing. So you were saying that once you're on track, there is actually a track mode, but actually for enjoyment point of view, sport is the one.
Yeah.
What is sport then? How does that set the car up?
Well, track's 50-50, sport is 70-30. Having it with the 50-50 split, I think it will. I believe, from what I've seen on the roads, I think it will give me too much grip. And I've seen reviews, and you want the car to play a little bit, you know? You want the car to play a bit. Yeah.
Okay, so what you're talking about is actually having it sideways.
Yes, yeah. You don't want to be setting track times. You want to be getting out of shape and looking cool.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, what a great bit of kit. Let's have a quick look inside. Yeah, I have to say, I wasn't expecting ever to be doing videos on Toyotas. If I'm honest with you, or a Yaris. I said to my wife before I headed off, I said, "Oh yeah, I've got a reveal to do today," And she was joking. I think she said, what have you got today? Is it like a Ford Fiesta or something? I said, no, it's a Toyota Yaris. And she started laughing, and then I didn't laugh, and she realised I wasn't joking.
As I understand it shares three things: its name, its wing mirrors, and its rear light clusters.
Oh right, and everything else is different.
Yeah, from the ground up.
And you get a couple of mates in the back, right?
Maybe the dog.
Okay. Yeah. No. Amazing. Okay. So what else? What else do we know about it? Are you planning on? Are you planning on doing anything to it? I think you mentioned earlier dyno and.
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to do the exhaust because it doesn't make any sound.
Is it quiet? Is it?
Well, all of the engine noise is electronically produced and artificially created for the car.
Okay.
Which sounds actually balanced. It's not as bad.
It's not excessive.
No. Yeah. So I was thinking about wrapping it because there was a lot of white ones. There's a lot of people will be going for the white ones, and I like your take, Anne. I was actually thinking about going green with it. And I was looking at putting potentially, I was going to go bronze with the wheels.
Bronze wheels, yeah.
And an exhaust, and there's a remap that will put it at 310, which isn't too expensive.
And remind us, what is it right now?
260 on paper, 275 is roughly what it's pushing.
Okay. Oh, right. So that's a substantial boost, isn't it?
Well, I think
and that's a
with the
remap.
exhaust as well. You might get 310, might get 320 out of it.
Right.
So
okay.
It might be too much to handle though, because it's really nicely balanced at its power ratios now.
Now, I think there was a little bit of controversy recently, wasn't there? That one of the tuning companies, one of the YouTubers, I think, was trying to get one of the tuning companies to give him.
Oh, Mr. JWW.
Yeah.
He wanted.
And this is the car,
free.
right? This is the actual car that they were talking about.
Didn't he ask for a free exhaust system?
Well, and 25 grand.
that was it.
Don't ask, don't get. I followed that story, and I remember thinking, well, you know, this is their business, really, isn't it? And you know, that's what they do, and you know, they can always say no. And I don't know. What did you follow the story?
I did. I didn't think it's. To put it into context, I think that we've seen this over all the years with much bigger celebrities, and it's not been aware or so obvious. I'm pretty sure that many people have approached companies in the past and had kickbacks off the back of it.
Yeah.
I think 25 grand was.
It sounds mega, doesn't it? Yeah. But I think the question is, what was it, him or was it one of his team? And they'd kind of miscalculated the figures versus how many cars there were, etc., etc. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think the tuning company necessarily was factoring in the exposure, not just on GRs, but presumably they do kit for other cars as well. So they would have got that exposure, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. 25 grand does sound like a heck of a lot of money. But anyway, ignoring that, that tuning company does a suspension setup, I think, for this.
Yeah.
So is that something that you might entertain or consider?
I've got to experience it on the track.
Yeah, I mean,
see how if there's any roll to it. I'd imagine that you can probably tweak it a little bit, but I want to keep it fairly stock just in case, you know, it really does turn into something worth holding on to.
Yes, that's true. Ruined it. Yes. So, I mean, in terms of handling, I think you were saying off camera that when you took the salesman out in it, you kind of warned him that you were going to see what it was capable of doing, and there was a roundabout where you really did try and get it to lose grip, and it just didn't.
Everything turned off.
So all the assistants off.
All the assistants turned off, and
despite that,
all the power pushed to the rear, and it just went round to the point where I exited quicker than I was comfortable because I was trying to put the power on to spin the wheels, and it's.
Oh right, so you were sort of holding onto the steering wheel a little bit.
Yeah, not pitching myself as a particularly safe driver here.
Yeah, I mean, on that basis, does it really need a handling pack? Like you say, you're gonna have to try it on track, aren't you? And and really get underneath its skin to find out what it's capable of doing. And it might be enough for you, mightn't it?
Yeah, well, it's cool. It's got the circuit pack on it, so it's set up for the track.
You were saying that it has a handbrake that is designed for handbrake turns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that right?
Yeah. It literally, just quick pull on and it drops. It allows you to. I haven't done it. I picked it up.
Yeah.
And my boy was in the car.
Oh, right, okay.
So but I'm looking forward to trying.
Give it that a try. Where are you going to do that?
It's a good 20 feet here.
Yeah, one of the other club members, he's got a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, and he bought a Ford Focus RS, and he just got an amazing amount of fun out of driving that, and in the industrial car park down the road when no one was watching, doing that, that sort of stuff just as a bit of extra fun, and. We don't grow up, do we? We just, I guess the budgets change, etc., don't they?
Which makes for a good seat.
Oh right, it does sound good, doesn't it?
That's
actually,
right. That's
but
engine.
I know, but that's all right.
Right,
It still sounds. You're still getting the enjoyment of the sound. Yeah, I suppose that's partly the 3-cylinder, isn't it? It has that kind of slightly unusual rasp. It almost like a flat configuration. I know this road. I remember taking a friend of mine's wife up the road in my Ferrari down here.
It's a good road. It's 60.
Oh. All right, he's literally.
I don't want to drive through that.
Yeah, it's quite a satisfying growl, that. Trouble is, it encourages you to put your foot down, doesn't it?
It does.
Just in time.
That's lane change annoying.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's constantly running, is it?
Yeah, if I cross the line.
Yeah.
The great thing about this car is that because that noise that you can hear is piped into the car, it's really noisy for us. We get the boy racer benefit of the exhaust note.
Without it being
silent
offensive outside.
It's silent.
Oh, right.
It barely whispers. It's a terrible exhaust note.
Yeah, as you would have heard with the Porsche, it pumps it outside as well as inside, and it's not just a sound. It's kind of a vibration as well. So you were saying about getting feedback from the car. You get feedback in the form of vibration, like you'd expect with a petrol engine. So it's kind of they've done quite well with it actually. It's a lot better than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, well, it's a very impressive car to take. They really, I can't believe that Porsche are able to bring out something of such high quality as their first out dates compared to. When you look at what Tesla's doing, still to this day, I think that Teslas are quite sterile, almost basic. I really, what's it called? Is it the Project X? Or has it got a different name? What's the gull-wing passenger door?
Oh right, yes, that is the X. Yeah. Look at this.
But I was so impressed when I had a little play around with one, and their acceleration is amazing. But all the plastics inside, they're like
everybody
Toyotas.
says the build quality is. The thing is it's a it's an expensive car, isn't it? It's a 6-figure sum for a P100. And the quality's not quite there, and the looks is a little bit sort of mid-level executive car, isn't it? But with a very high-end price tag.
It was the Tesla. It's the Model X. That's what it's called. It was the Tesla Model X that made me sell my 4C. I had a 4C Spider.
Yeah.
Bought new. I wasn't enjoying the tram lining. It's quite interesting. You've got a guy who's just had a reveal with one on it, and he mentioned that it had bigger wheels than the standard car. I think I had 19s on the front of mine and 20s on the back, which I think was standard. But the tram lining in it was terrifying. I kind of think the only way that you could have got rid of the tram lining on it was to drop it onto 18s on all four corners.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, I watched a bloody YouTube video of a Tesla Model X with a trailer on it, with a 4C Spider on the trailer, and it did a drag race with a 4C Spider. And it destroyed it with a trailer on, and I.
Oh right,
and
yes.
Like,
I've seen that.
I
Yeah.
thought I had a supercar.
Yeah, that is hilarious. Well, thanks, Pete. I really appreciate you allowing us to have a look around your car and your collection a little bit. Perhaps we'll do another feature on one of the other cars another time. But in the meantime, thanks again. What a fantastic car. Look forward to hearing some feedback on it being used on track. But in the meantime, thanks again, and thanks everyone for watching. Until the next time, cheerio for now.